I think one of the questions that needs to be asked is, what is reality in the Eagle Ford Shale? And how is it real to the community that you serve? And what can you do in order to make sure that the growth, whatever that growth may be, is sustainable? How can you more wisely spend the money that your community has never seen and be sure that you get the biggest bang for your buck? And once you start looking at some of those things, you can go in and start developing the tracks and expanding the different areas. As a for instance, we annexed 508 acres last year. About half of the size, or 50% of our current community. It probably has about 1,000 acres. So we expanded the city by 50%. We currently have 10 additional tracks that are coming in for annexation. And the carrot that we hold in our hands for development is obviously water and sewer. And in order to get water and sewer, you need to agree to annexation. But we're also looking at other things to make sure that industry is aware of what is going on. And if you've not been to Cotulla recently or gone by recently, you need to look at the developments that are currently existing there as far as it relates to the areas around us. And I'm talking within about a 60-mile radius or less. We are in the process of expanding our airport. We already have a substantial runway. We have a 5,000-foot runway. We're going to 6,000 feet. It will be able and capable of landing G4s and G5s, which many of the people who have investments in our area in oil and gas typically need in order for them to bring all their executives to the site, to be able to conference, and to be able to do the things that they need to do in the process. We are looking at becoming as business friendly as possible. I have a tendency to smile when an investor walks in and he says, how long do you think this is going to take? Because I've got this plan, I need to move forward. And I usually ask him, well, where are you from? And he said, one particular instance, the man said, I'm from Austin. I guarantee you that I can do it in a year less than Austin does it. We can get a building permit application, process it, have it reviewed by competent people in a matter of 2 weeks. And I don't know that there's many people, at least not in the metro areas, that can do that. We can do a plat review from one council meeting to the next, 30 days. In most places, it takes 6 months to a year. The decision making, because the council and the mayor are so cohesive and united in moving the city forward, that I dare say that some cities who were larger than Cotulla at the beginning of the play are now smaller than Cotulla. And you can look at the activity of all the cities around us within 30 miles, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the landscape changing. You'll see the community changing in a very prudent and very responsible way. We deliberately have avoided long-term debt, and we operate almost on a cash basis. We have sales tax that we sometimes use as incentives, but clearly the dynamics that are coming to our area do not require a lot of abatement and packages, because there's people wanting to move in, wanting to get tracks that are available for development. To the north of us, 3 miles away, there is a small industrial development on a spot in the map called Gardendale. It has the only short line railroad between San Antonio and Laredo, other than Martin Marietta, that brings in materials to the same site or adjacent to the site that is expanding. It was originally purchased by U.S. Development. It has now been purchased by Plains All America. It's got 2 sand plants. It's got miles and miles of pipe. It has continued railroad spurs in their development, and it is continuing to move. There's folks who are coming in, putting in fractionating plants, putting in pipelines that are going mostly toward the Houston area. There is one plant to the south of the city that is almost ready to open, and it's a multi-million-dollar investment by Anadarko Petroleum that brings in all their gas from the west and is moving toward the coast, that is scheduled to open in April. We have all these developments that are going on, and Cotulla is becoming the hub of the Eagle Ford Shale because it sits logistically on the middle of an interstate, almost in the middle of the oil play in the Eagle Shale. And we recently found out that one major gas company is locating a building, bringing in 50 employees, permanent employees, and building a structure very near to Cotulla, which I think we will continue to see other people coming in because of the attitude that the city government and the county government have toward the development. We have basically wrapped our arms around it and say this opportunity is there, and we will move forward in a safe and responsible way, and we will take advantage of everything that's brought to the table.